Hey, what is going on, you bumbling bag on? Today we're taking a look at some Tera box action, specifically Daichi Shimada's list that he just used to get top 4 at the Melbourne Regional Championships. I think this might be the first time I'm playing with Tera box here on the YouTube channel. I'm actually not 100% sure. I think it might be. Y'all have asked me for a long time to play some Tera box, and it just kind of never happened, to be honest. But I played with Daichi's list, and this build is absolutely sick. I love it. Maybe I just really like Tera box, having not played very much of it. I just absolutely enjoy Tera box. That could actually be it, to be honest. So I'm sure a lot of y'all played with Tera box, seen Tera box list. So I'm not going to go over everything in this build. I'm just going to talk about a couple cards that are not here and a couple cards that are here that aren't always here. Starting off with the Badoo. This is not a card you're always going to find in every Tera box build, but honestly, I actually really like the Badoo in here, mostly up against the Raging Bolt matchup, being able to stop the Prime Catcher, the aggressive Prime Catcher play from the Raging Bolt side when we haven't fully set up to take a 2-prize KO on our side of the field is super nice. Also pretty good against Guardy. Slowing down Guardy can be really nice. I know it seems weird to want to put a 30 HP Pokemon in play, but sometimes we're not quite set up there with our Ogerpon EX yet. We don't want our opponent to go Candy Gardevoir before we're cooking and getting the first KOs. So slowing down the Gardevoir is also pretty good with the Badoo. Now, this might change on whether or not we want to include the Badoo because Guardy lists are starting to switch over to the TM Evo builds. It's probably a little bit less good against those. And if it's only good against Raging Bolt, I'm not sure it's worth the inclusion, but it can kind of come up in any matchup, to be honest. The Badoo is never bad in any matchup. It can be good, but if it's not consistently good, then it's probably not worth playing. But the Badoo is definitely something you don't see very often in the Tera boxes. One of the cards that's not in here, and I haven't missed it yet, to be honest, is the Ursaluna EX. Ursaluna is a great card in this deck, of course, because it helps you close out games really efficiently in the late game because it can attack for 0 energy or just a single energy and do 240 damage, which is more than enough to knock out 2-prize Pokemon like Fessendipity or Mew or Latias, or if you go up against Raging Bolt or Ogerpons. Really good at closing out games. I thought I would miss it more, but so far I haven't missed it at all. So now let's talk about some of the cards in here that you don't always see that have been great. Starting with the Rescue Board. Now, this has been popping up a lot more in Tera box lists. I don't know if it's the norm to play the Rescue Board, but honestly, the Rescue Board has been sick. It's a way to move our Noctowl specifically. A lot of decks fall behind against Tera box. We get the prize lead very often against most decks in the metagame, except for the more aggressive ones, maybe sometimes like a Joltik box or even Joltik box, we're usually winning the game and getting ahead against them. Raging Bolt sometimes we're not getting ahead against, but the Gardevoirs, the Dragapults, we're always getting ahead in the prize exchange. And one of the comeback strats that Gardevoir and Dragapult specifically like to use is Unfair Stamp or Iono plus Counter Catcher up a Noctowl, because Latias does not give free retreat to Noctowl, it just gives it to all of our basic Pokemon. And then at that point, things can get a little bit tricky to get off our next attack. Going Noctowl, even if we have access to a Noctowl, there's no trainer cards in our deck that we can use to just move our Noctowl for free. It would always have to require some of our energy, either E-switching an energy to the active Noctowl to retreat it, attaching for turn to retreat the Noctowl, or getting an energy off Crispin to the Noctowl to retreat it. And sometimes that means we're not pulling off as big of an attack we'd we'd want, like a follow-up Torrential Pump. But with the Rescue Board, we can do stuff like Jewel Seeker to get Rescue Board plus Crispin, get back into our Water Pond, and hit them with a back-to-back Torrential Pump, as long as we have Sparkling Crystal to work with it. So the Rescue Board is absolutely sick. Absolutely love that for sure. The 4 Crispin and the Super Rod, I love that count as well. That's kind of become the norm in most Tera boxes, but I do want to give it a shout because it is so good. If you're not running 4 Crispin Super Rod, what are you doing? The last 2 cards that I think are worth mentioning here, because everything else is pretty standard besides them, is the Counter Catcher and the Briar, which allows for really cool comeback lines against specifically Joltik box and Raging Bolt. It lets us be aggressive to get that first 1-prize knockout and then not fall behind because of it. Usually if you KO the Joltik up against the Joltik box deck, you're losing the prize trade because you're leaving a 1-prizer in your active that's vulnerable, or instead of slowing them down or getting a 2-prize knockout, your opponent is then getting the first 2-prize knockout. But against Joltik box, we can do stuff like Fan Rotom to first knock out their Joltik. And then they KO our Fan Rotom with Iron Hands, and then we KO their Iron Hands with, let's say, Pikachu or Terapagos. And then they KO our Terapagos or Pikachu. I guess they're not KOing our Pikachu, so actually the Pikachu would be pretty sick there. Let's say we use Terapagos. They knock out our Terapagos with their Pikachu. And then on the final turn of the game, we can recover Terapagos, play Counter Catcher because we are behind in the prize exchange, and Briar, and then knock out a 2-prize off our bench for 3 prize cards, making use of that first 1-prize knockout that we got. And we can do the same thing up against the Raging Bolt matchup as well. Sometimes they'll play in a way, or we'll play in a way where we're trying to force our opponent to take a single prize knockout. And if either of us do that, it leaves us usually as a disadvantage, but not when you have Briar Countercatcher to pull off a big combo in the end of the game to close it out. So this combo has been absolutely disgusting. Absolutely love it in the deck. And the only thing I'd really consider changing about this deck would be maybe cutting the Badoo, especially if more Guardians go the TM Evo route. I don't know how much use the Badoo has anymore, to be honest. And cutting the Badoo, maybe throwing in that Ursaluna, because that seems like the only card that has like a power level of something that we can't really replicate with anything else in the deck. It's very often that we can go down to board states with like 0 energy in play, and then our opponent's next turn, they Iono us, and then recovering from that and actually getting a big knockout in the end game can be pretty tough, and usually Ursaluna can fill that gap really, really well. So that's the only thing I consider changing about this. But yeah, the build from Daichi here, absolutely sick, absolutely love it. Let's go ahead, let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how to run it. It's got some stuff, you know, we got some options. What? Oh my gosh, I thought I probably double fan wrote him. Like, unlucky. We're chilling though. Pixel God. Party versus Terrapagos matchup. Oh yeah, we can play. I didn't see you guys requested the things. My bad, my bad. Yeah, I got you after this one, Soul Strong. And then I got you after that, Pixel. Send me a invite on, what's it called? All right, we're doing this guy. Well, we're setting up for Water Pond for sure, right? Okay, so I can just commit to Water Pond, I feel like, here. I maybe commit too hard to the Owls sometimes, to be honest. Like I get no, double Noctowl here feels pretty good, right? Double Noctowl here is probably pretty good. Put the Psychic down because I want to be able to use the grass off the Ogre Pawn, so I can possibly E-switch, get value out of E-switch right now instead of having to use my crystal. I could put Area 0 in play, but that's probably not correct. If I'm going to attack with Water Pond next turn, then putting the Mew down already seems fine as like backup draw power. Yes. I guess I could have Ultra Balled away. I don't really want to get rid of Area 0. I could have Ultra Balled away the Research and the Mew for an Ogre Pond, to be honest. That wouldn't have been terrible. Do you have Grass Pond? Good question. I don't know. Also on Clavel over Brock, Scouting, and Polt. You have to remind me what Clavel does. The answer is probably no. No Sob? Bro, I'm going first. Is there a deck you want me to play? Nah, you can play whatever. You activate Fan Rotom every turn? Or only when you bench it. Oh my goodness. Chill out. Can you imagine though? Can you imagine? You're just like, turn 1 Fan Rotom, turn 2 Fan Rotom. Chill. Streaming like this, the deck you are plan on playing at a large tournament, do you ever feel like that puts you at a disadvantage? Yes, it does. It does just put me at a disadvantage, but I don't care. Yeah. We ban Fan Rotom? Bro, apparently it's broken. No, I'm just joking. Search your deck for 3 basics with 120 HP or less. Oh no, Brock Scouting is way better. Like the flexibility of being able to get a Dracloak follow-up is just too good. If they Iono, it's a bitchy G. Bro, what? I want them to Iono me, bro. I'll still buy it. If they Iono, it's a bitchy G, bro. If it's an Iono, get out of here, bro. What are you talking about? Iono D's. All right, let's KO double Charmander here. Oh no, I should have actually. Oh wait, I don't know if Grass Pond's in here, right? Didn't we already go over that? Oh! Oh! Crystal and dude! Crystal and Grass Pond prized? Let's pack it up. Why'd they even show up today? Just stayed home, bro. What the heck? I was gonna go, dude, and even Badoo is prized. I was literally gonna retreat into Badoo this turn. Are you kidding me? I have nothing. I was like, all right, we can go into Badoo and then KO double Charmander next time. I can't even do that. I can't do anything. I have to do something here. Hold up. Crispin. Often, sure. Holy smokes, bro. Why am I getting farmed like this? Is my water even in there? Oh, thank goodness, bro. They didn't take everything away from me. They thought about it, though. They didn't think about it. Didn't Vessel Boss get you there? No, because I priced Crystal. Vessel Boss gets me there if I have Crystal. Where's my Crystal? All right, sorry. All right, we're just gonna snipe. I'm gonna KO the Pidgey. You had energy switch? To use with what energy? Or now you're just making me mad. I will be right back. Sob the Cleffa? No, but they can just candy Charizard. Sob is too slow. Sob's too slow. I don't hate it, though. I actually don't hate it. I think Badoo was the play, though. Badoo would have been good. If I could have Badooed this turn, that would have been good. I'll be back. Dude, that was insane. I was like, okay, we prized Grass Pond. Okay, that's fine. We will Crystal Boss. Okay, Crystal's prized. It's like, okay, I'll run to Badoo this turn. Badoo's prized. Are you kidding me? And now I just lose, right? What I even get? I didn't even get anything good off my prize cards. I have to go into a Sob play this turn, I feel like, right? Ooh, wait, hang on. Let me see. Ooh, we could go KO Pidgey this turn. Hold up. I could go Fan Rotom KO Pidgey. Sob Fez until end of game. I could Sob Fez. Oh, we KO Duskull now, not the Pidgey, actually. The Duskull's the threat now. Let me promote this. Let me see what we're doing here. Let me think. I'm gonna price half his deck. Feels like that. What the heck? I prized Grass Pond. Badoo's prized. So I can either Sob this, or I can just go Fan Roadie KO this. If you unprize Pawn or Crystal? That's true, yeah. Alright, do I Sob or do I Fan Rotom KO? Well, I would Fan Rotom this, right? I think I'm gonna go with the... So I can Sob the Fez to what ends? Sob Fez. I mean, they could just go like Candy Charizard, load up the Fez next turn, and then Fez attack, right? And snipe a Hoodoo off my bench, draw a prize card. And then that puts me in an awkward spot already, right? Because I might follow. I think it has to be the KO. I think I have to go for the KO. I think the KO makes the most sense, actually. The more I think about it, the KO makes more sense. I want to get Fez established as well. But then I'd have to put a Hoot down as well, because I have to like open up my bench. That's not true. I kind of want a Tera Pokemon in play. Not necessarily the Water Palm, but I kind of just want like Fez in play. So it would have to look something like this. Possible. Maybe like Area Zero Vessel. Oh, maybe Super Rod? What would Super Rod get me here? Bunch of nothing. I could keep the Ultra Balls in the deck, I guess, and go like this to get... Oh, no, I need to get Area Zero Nest Ball. Dude, is Fez also prized? That would be hilarious if Fez is prized here, I'm not gonna lie. After what's already happened. This seems fine. Save my Ultra Balls. So if they Iono me, then I have Ultra Balls in the deck to find. I mean, Ultra Ball's like such a mid card, though. I don't know. I might play one of the Ultra Balls here just to get some stuff. What could I Nest Ball for that would actually be productive here, though? Infinity. I could get Pikachu. I already have 2 pivots. I could just get Pikachu, I guess. I could bench Pikachu and Terapagos. Is that fine? Do I need a bench space for anything else? Not really, right? I'm going to get a bench space next turn, theoretically. Yeah. Why'd you play the Pidgeot version? It's just too much. It's more complicated. If I would ever play a Tera box build, it'll be this build. Why KO Dusk and not Pidgey? Why KO Dusk and not Pidgey? Because the Dusknoir is like the scary Pokemon here, I feel like, for sure. I'm not really scared of... Yeah, I'm not really scared of... Like, if they go Candy Pidgey out, they already have to invest resources into that, so it's like going to make the trade-off of what the Quick Search would get anyways. Or if they just naturally have Candy Pidgeot. Yeah, I feel like I'm just like more scared of the other thing for sure. I'm more scared of Counter Catcher KO Fez. Dude, this is so rude. Iono, I assume it has to be with an Iono. Oh, help! All right, so they win with Quick Search. Ooh. I have like no draw power though. They win with Quick Search. How do I want to do this? Well, I have an energy left here now though. I have an energy on my Fan Rotom, which is actually huge. Oh, wait, do I just have game in hand? No. I'm close though. I'm close. No, I might have game in hand. No, I am close. I'm close. I don't have game in hand, though. I'm close, though. No, I actually maybe do have game in hand because I can Night Stretcher for Owl. I think I do have game in hand, actually. Because I can go Owl for Night Stretcher plus a piece. I would Ultra Ball away this in top deck. We just Briar KO the Fez. Dub, baby. Another dub. Maybe the deck's just broken. Maybe we run it. Is it just broken? Oh my! Was that ever bad? No, it was always fine to do. I guess the only thing, if they had found a stadium bump, I just have to like go do it through Pikachu, right? Which would have been tough, but dude. Snarl, Grimdees, Grim Done, Grim Pack It Up. We need to get the ability one online as soon as possible. Get him out of here. Get him out, in and out with a quickness. It's kind of a cracked turn, to be honest. It should be mountain or area for sure. Area 0? You don't need a third area 0. You need to go wide like once. I'm not against mountain. I do like the jamming tower to take away the bravery charms against Guardy though a little bit, to be honest. I guess it's just like, yeah, it's just like late game. Maybe it doesn't matter that much though. I could see gravity. We see gravity. We definitely want... Yeah, it shouldn't be area. We definitely want it to be... I can see area for sure. But we want it to be a stadium that can bump our own stadium. We want to be able to clean up liabilities for sure. Maybe Frostlass Monkey? It could be Frostlass Monkey Door, yeah. Make shuffle 3. Could I? But you can't ever... No, I'm not even going to ask the question. I don't even want to start the debate in chat. Caleb's about to have Azul on Bolt this weekend. True. Ball's still pretty solid. You just have you have an unfavored Guardian matchup. That's about it though. But besides that, like the deck is good. Ball to me is a make day 2 deck. You make a tier list prior to Portland or after Portland? There's already a video up on the YouTube channel. Here we on. Yeah, all along. Been there before. So you just water pawn a lot, right? We just stay pawning, right? I don't know if I need this hoot hoot. I don't know if that's correct, but I kind of want to set something else up because this Crispin is going to go to waste. I don't need all the energy on the active. Holding the energy in hand, it seems kind of weak as well. Should I just set up another water pawn? Like, should I just bench second water pawn and just have like just start dual wielding water pawns? I guess I have to worry about stuff getting stuck though, right? Oh, I gotta play around Maractus, bro. That silly cactus. I don't have to play that aggressively around it though. Hold on. Let me think. Let's just do this. Let's set up 2 water pawns. Let's just do it. I'm gonna go. That silly little cactus, man. Counter catcher for sure. Actually, I could give up the boss. Oh, the boss is probably better. Can make more weird plays happen with that. No Latias. I mean, Latias isn't that good right now because I have Noctowl in play, right? Like, if they're just gonna bring up my Noctowl. If I didn't have Noctowl and play Latias, there would be value to put Latias in play. But because of Noctowl, there's not really any value to putting Latias in play. Because even if I had, even without having Latias, they could always bring up my Noctowl, right? Why not jam me to KO Monkey? Because it shuts off my crystal, and then I have to worry about like, keeping the crystal active longer. Just seems better. The KO on the Monkey is also like not that powerful anyway. The Badoo KO is always better because they don't have a way to pivot into Badoo currently, so it makes them work a little bit harder this turn. They have like a surplus of Monkey Dories. I'm not like really worried about Monkey Dories, I don't think. Oh my gosh, dude, they're so lucky, bro. You value came the Badoo over one of the Sun ones? Yeah, because in this situation, they don't have a clean way to get into a Badoo. If they had a clean way to get into Badoo, then it would be a little bit different, but... Honestly, the double water pawn is probably cheese. I probably shouldn't have done it, but it's fine. Is she bored? Yeah, I got it. Calm down, chill out. Probably just Crispin, right? Rusty board Crispin seems fine. I actually don't have something in play that can KO a... Yeah, I don't have something in play. I can KO the Monkey Dory. Air Sweepy's gonna go crazy. Chill, chill, chill. It could happen though. No, no way. They don't even have a, they can't even get into bear this turn because they don't have space for rescue board. Attacking with the owl? No, I don't think so. I think it's just swinging with the, just getting their Snowruns out of play is huge. Putting them to 0 Snowruns in play is massive. If I put all the energy on the owl, then all of a sudden they can go like Iono, counter catcher the other owl. Have a Frostlass set up, but Latias? They don't play Latias. Alright, that was unexpected, I'm not gonna lie. Look out! The bear! Oh, 310? Hold up, hold up. That's a tank, bro. Concerned, concerned. Top then peak? Probably, right? Up. Oh, peak. They can heal off the sob. You're not wrong. Dude, why are you right? We could fan rotom them, I guess. We can fan rotom and we keep the sob. Yeah, we can fan rotom then. I have grass in the deck. All right, we're chilling. Tower also works. Oh wait, could I have done the tower play? Oh, wait, I could have gone E-switch tower. Yeah, what the heck? I had game. I could have E-switch towered there. Dude. Chat baited me, bro. What the heck? That's so weird. That's so weird that you bait me, chat. That's really weird. I don't know what else to say. Pretty strange behavior. They aggressively got that Badoo into play. It's an aggressive Badingus to the bench. Excuse me, sir. Your Badingus maneuver there is pretty aggressive. What is even the point of doing that? Maybe they're looking for something else? I don't even know, to be honest. Is Golden go mid? Yes. I think Golden Go is mid. Take note of all 6 prize cards. You can do prize card checking at a lot lower of a level. Yeah, you can do prize checking at a lot lower of a degree and still have it be super effective and be the difference between you beating your opponent or not. You don't have to Bradner level price check to like, yeah, it doesn't have to be a Bradner level price check. I just want the whole squad here for the Owls. And it's still, it doesn't have to be a Bradner level price check, and price checking like overall in a Pokemon TCG is still very impactful in terms of increasing the skill gap in the Pokemon TCG. It doesn't have to be Bradner level. And it's more so knowing what to do with that information than having that information as well. It's more so knowing what to do with that information than just having the information. Putting grass in the discard pile seems just bad, right? It's just not even good. I could grab the grass, but I just want the water to attach the water. Grabbing the grass would mean like I could Night Stretcher for an energy later because it'd be in the discard pile. I guess that could be worth it. I'm just going to grab it then. Sure, why not? Then we're gonna go crystal something attach snipe stuff. Sure. Kaizul, I have watched your tier list video. I was just asking why is Celtic Box that bad in it. I explained it in the video. So I will say with that, so I would personally if you don't carry a notepad at all times, you even play PTCG. Good point. I would say increase the skill of ceiling. I would say I'm also fine with people just like looking at their 6 prize cards at the beginning of the game. So I don't know where we're gonna go with that ever potentially, but I'm also like fine with the idea of that. You can take notes in a match, yes. Yeah, I would be fine with like you draw your 7 cards for turn, pick your. I think I want to see 2 things happen: is draw your 7 cards for turn. Draw your 7 cards for turn. If you have a basic, then you draw 6 cards. Look at them. Your opponent, you shuffle them. You alpha to your opponent to cut. Your opponent cuts, and then you go from there. The other thing would be that's pretty good top deck. Or them to just enforce stricter guidelines around prize cards. Being like, you have 30 seconds. You have no more than 30 seconds, and then people enforce it and stuff like that. That'd be like the other thing that'd be probably good to see. What do I attack with in this matchup? Clefairy? So I guess having like the metal energy in the deck is probably more beneficial than the grass. Oh, Mew is that's a pretty good draw. Thank you. And we're sniping, folks. So yeah, just look at your prize cards before you set them out, or more strict rules around prize card checking. Oh my gosh, I had Owl's prize. Can you gentlemen, each player looks at the prize cards? Nope. Although I would be fine with that change as well. I'd be fine if that was a rule where you could do that. Wait, do they just lose? How do I lose? I don't think I can lose. Oh, that's not true. They can like counter catch a Noctowl and Iono and like trap it for a turn. Oh, wait, we have Mew in play. We got Fez in play. You're cooked, buddy. Pack it up. Yo, chill, chill. What do he do to you? Oh, is my rescue board prize? My rescue board could be prize. Nope. I guess I always want to hold the grass, so. My friend. Wait, honestly, the fact that people didn't play Rescue Board in this deck, like, I didn't play that much of this deck to really have, like, a strong opinion beforehand, but the fact that people didn't play Rescue Board at all times with this deck is actually, like, criminal. I'm like, the potential of prizing Latios plus Noctowl just getting stuck in the active. I think I just actually bench this here as well, right? Because, like, even if they Gust KO, that means I have Mew and Fez to work with, so I don't care if they Gust KO my Clefairy here. I just want to have as many options as possible on board. Yeah, because otherwise they chase the Mew or the Fez, but now they have the Clefairy that I can work off as well. Damn, they are cooked. Yeah, I think something needs to happen around prize cards, and those would be my 2 solutions, personally. This matchup is definitely easier than Guardy. Oh, for sure. This matchup is favorable. This is a good matchup. You can always just sob, right? No, I always want to take that. What do you mean? Like if something bad happens, I could sob? Panic sob? board was prized. Oh, sure. Yeah, we could always just sob. I agree, yeah. Have you tried using sob IRL? Not yet. Would be an interesting maneuver, though, for sure. Honestly, sob is kind of broken. So now I just go retreat and sob, right? I can't KO that though, can I? No. Ultra Ball knock to Crispin, right? Even if I could Crispin here, I want to be G. I can't move this thing, get 2 energy on this. Also, I'm item locked. Okay, well, that's the Dragapult. So what do I do here? I almost just want to boss this guy and sob the Dragapult. Like, I don't really want to take another prize card and then just get Iono to 1 as opposed to getting Iono to 2. Like, KOing this Badoo seems kind of irrelevant. Like, my win condition is this guy, right? I could boss him and sob him. Does that make sense? It feels like it makes sense, right? To some extent. They can't get back into Badoo. Yeah, sure. Let's just do this instead. It also like gets a dead card out of the deck, right? The boss isn't very good anymore at this point. Lines of Pika KO. True, it does give me the Pika option if they KO my Clefairy this turn, yeah. Yeah, Mew, I don't think it matters other than... Well, no, I can get an extra card because I can draw an extra card, play an extra card, then draw an extra card of Mew. It is +1 card. It's potentially +1 card. Uh oh, here we go. This is big. This is big. Well, no, Pheasantipity, I can just move Pheasantipity. This isn't actually that big at all. This is small. This is small. Oh, wait, also, well, no, Clefairy does knock out because I have areas here. I was like, wait, Clefairy doesn't even knock out here. Wait, does the 10 damage actually matter to like set up for this potentially? No. 20 plus 20 more could have mattered though. No. See, this is what, so for everyone who's asking about this Hoot Hoot, this is why this matters. Because if they have a Lucha here, they could have KO'd my Hoot Hoot. Obviously, it doesn't matter because I just have Crispin, but... Like, this is why the 80 HP Hoot Hoot is good.